20 days into the war on Hamas, and there is no let-up in the intensity of the Israeli airstrikes. Fighter jets and missiles are now hitting targets right across the Gaza Strip, as Israel accuses Hamas of entrenching itself within civilian areas everywhere. The inevitable consequence of that are huge numbers of dead and injured among the local population. They are desperate for aid supplies here. The UK, among a growing number of countries, now urging Israel to consider short humanitarian pauses to let more aid trucks across the border from Egypt. 21 tonnes of UK aid, including medical supplies, have now arrived in Egypt, but they join a huge queue waiting for permission to enter Gaza. The UN Secretary-General has been trying to repair some of the damage in relations with the Israeli government, who accused him of effectively justifying Hamas's October 7th attacks, with comments that Palestinians had suffered 56 years of a suffocating occupation.
I spoke of the grievances of the Palestinian people. And in doing so, I also clearly stated, and I quote, "But the grievances of the Palestinian people cannot justify the appalling attacks by Hamas."
But Israeli officials say his comments were clear. It has deeply damaged this country's already fractious relationship with the UN. These blindfolded teddy bears are the latest symbol of the horrors of October 7th, a reminder of the more than 200 hostages still being held. They include 85-year-old Yafa Afdar, whose image was seen around the world, filmed as she was kidnapped and driven on the back of a golf cart. After the release of 2 hostages earlier this week, her granddaughter is desperately hoping she could be next, but also very fearful she may not have survived her ordeal.
If they release those 2 women, then maybe until the next time they will release someone else, my grandmother won't be alive to survive it and to be brought back home.
The fate of the hostages is likely to be one of the main reasons Israel has not launched its ground war. There is intense international pressure to hold off and allow hostage negotiations to continue. But there's only so long Israel is likely willing to wait. Mark White, GB News, Tel Aviv.